I'm Dr. Marla Shapiro, past president of the North American Menopause Society, and I'm joined by Lisa Larkin, who is also a member on the board of trustees. She's a health internist and founder of Ms. Medicine, a women's health company committed to advancing evidence-based, gender-specific primary care. Sounds great.
Thank you.
So, you can't be in the space of women's health without seeing what's happening right now in telehealth and telemedicine.
Right. Well, thank you for the opportunity to talk about this, because I think that this is something very important for our members. So we are at a societal tipping point in gender-specific care of women, and I think it's really driven by the Me Too movement and the Time's Up movement, and what we're really learned about kind of lack of gender sensitivity and gender equality. Out of that has come a huge influx of interest in women's health. There's a lot in the media now, and a lot of money flowing into companies really taking a look now at the midlife women's health space. And this has really led to the development of companies that are doing a lot of online telehealth care. And I think we don't know a lot about this yet, but it's growing very rapidly.
Really rapidly. And the question is, what does this mean for our patients? And what type of information are they getting that you don't get in a one-on-one interview?
Well, and I think that this is the big unknown. So certainly I think all of us as consumers and clinicians are aware that our healthcare delivery models are really broken, and we need to change and innovate for both access and controlling cost. And so telehealth platforms really address that, and I think that there's potentially real advantages. But just like we have concerns about everything else that we're adopting new in the women's health space, be it women's health technology, we all are very concerned about evidence-based medicine and wanting to ensure our patients are getting quality. And this is the big unknown with telehealth yet, which is there's rapid adoption and growth, and yet we really don't have any data yet to say that we're providing equivalent care for what we as longstanding practitioners in the office, really taking care of patients one-on-one, believe that we do in the office. And so can we replace that with telehealth? I think that's the big question.
So the big question is what happens to the physical exam?
Right. So, I think in discussions with people that are involved in this, there are real questions about, do you need a physical exam all the time? Do you need a physical exam when you're adjusting a statin dose or an antidepressant dose? I think there are certain circumstances where maybe you don't need a physical exam, and we can develop data that shows that it's equivalent care. For us in the women's health space, I'm very concerned that really you can't provide adequate women's health care without having that very comprehensive in-person, at least initial exam with an initial history and a comprehensive exam, so that you can then have this ongoing relationship where you can ensure quality care. The other big thing that I worry about with the adoption of these platforms is that women will start to perceive that this is a replacement for in-person care, and we will see delays in diagnoses.
That alarms me as well. So when would you say it's a safe thing? Time is everybody's, time to get into the doctor, time to get the appointment, or the nurse practitioner, or whoever you're seeing, may not be convenient, and this is flip on your computer and there you are.
And this is why it's growing. It's really targeting the problems in our healthcare delivery, which is lack of access and inconvenience and a cumbersome system and cost. And it's targeting millennials now who really are demanding access for what they're paying for, and there's huge growth here. But I'm really not the person to come down one way or the other, good or bad. I think it's going to turn out to be a mix of both good and bad, and we just really need data about which circumstances this can be appropriate care for our patients, when you really do need a physical exam and an in-person visit, and when it's okay to actually do telehealth.
So I think the bottom line for right now is stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Thanks.